Alright guys, welcome to the Learn Dota 2 Spring League. This is LOL3MID versus CerDota2. I'm your caster Moxie. Joined with me today is IceNine, who's going to be my co-caster. Looking at some really good games here. This is a best of 2 series. And as usual, I'm casting this over on my Twitch, which is twitch.tv/LittleMissMoxie, if you'd like to join in with Twitch chat. But otherwise, let's get right into the draft here. So are you excited today, IceNine? Like, I don't know what they're going to ban and pick now with all the new patch coming out.
I'm super excited today, Moxie. I honestly thought that they were going to ban Disruptor right off the bat just because Bencho plays a mean-ass Disruptor on the other team. And OD's a typical ban.
Yeah, definitely Disruptor, causing a lot of issues with the fact that if you have a really good glimpse, that's going to cause a lot of problems for the opposing team. And of course, OD, having a little bit of a nerf now to the Arcane Orbs, but it's not a significant amount where he's going to be totally just obsolete anymore. So I think those are good bans. The Invoker ban as well. Guess a lot of people still are triggered by that hero. He's still pretty good, honestly, even with the nerfs that came in for him.
Yeah, he's a little bit more mana dependent. Yeah, his intelligence base is terrible now. He costs a lot of mana, but late game he's still fine.
Well, I think that's what they needed to do with the Invokers. Just, all of his stages were just landing stage, mid game, late game. He was just so strong all around. So I think it helps that he has that bit of a nerf now.
Yeah, I agree. He's a little more balanced now.
And I just realized that some of LOL3MID's names are actually missing over here.
Alright, well...
Well, we know one is Pink Tops, and the other one is Asian? Yeah?
Pink Tops, Wadget, Asian, Wise, and then Groovy Tony also goes by Accepted. And then the other team is Aluche, RK, Oso, Horseman, and Bencho.
Yeah, I can see those. I'm just saying that if you're looking at the draft screen right now, they're missing out on Pink Tops and Asian's names. Which pickup here over on CerDota2 recently got buffed with that range creep for the sacrifice now. Definitely a good pickup to kind of mess with the safe lane if you decide to run him in the off lane.
Yep, that's probably an Oso hero on the Lich.
It looks like we've got the Faceless Void and a Shadow Fiend. Oh man, that is a hero I have not seen being played in most of the tournaments that I've been casting in quite a while, just because of the fact that, there are so many better mids, but with, the slight buffs getting brought in for the Shadow Fiend, I think it's gonna be time to see Swagger Fiend again.
10 seconds to go.
Honestly, the mid player on LOL3MID, Wadget, doesn't play Shadow Fiend, so I wonder if that's gonna be a safe lane Shadow Fiend.
Could be. Got a Lina pickup here. Nice nukes coming out. Little bit more difficult though for the lockdown here. You've got that Lich with the Frost Blast, which has got the slow, and then you've got the Light Strike Array, but you have to be really good at timing it, or you have to have the Yules to really land the Light Strike Array every single time.
10 seconds to go.
Bristleback getting banned out here. And they're definitely going to ban out that Witch Doctor. They don't want to have to deal with a Witch Doctor and a Chrono.
So what do you think of the Lina? Do you think Lina's going to go mid with this new patch, or do you think she's going to be support?
Honestly, I like Lina more as a mid. I think, she's alright as a support, but I'd rather see her, getting a little bit of farm on her. And, of course, Ags on her is just so good with that pure damage. Also allows her to kite into the Chrono, depending on placement. Placement's going to be really, really important, I think, over on the side of CerDota2. Just because of the fact of, the way that the Chrono's set up, you don't want to have certain heroes caught in it. You want to be able to throw things in. Like, for example, throwing the Lich ulti in could be very helpful. Lina being able to just ult outside of it. I'm actually surprised. I might see a Vengeful Spirit pick up over on the side of CerDota2 if they decide to run the Lina as a mid. Just because, swap is just so, I don't want to say essential, but, really helps out your teammate if they're caught. So if your hard carry's caught in there, you just swap them out and easy peasy. Interesting that they banned out the Ursa just because Shadow Fiend would be able to kite him quite well.
Yeah, I think that's interesting too. If you look at all the Dota buff on the CerDota2, there's no one who mains an Ursa. Although they might be threatened by the new item that Echo Lance.
True, but there's other carries that are more suited to it, I feel. Like Ursa's very good with the what is it, the Echo Saber, right? Is that the official name of it?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is Echo Saber. Yeah, I mean Sven and Slark
right now
do it
are
way better.
Yeah, absolutely. The Gyrocopter ban I think was really good on the side of CerDota2. They're trying to take out stuff that's going to be, you know,
10
working with the
seconds to
chrono.
go.
I'm not sure if that's necessarily what they were going for, though, again, because we were talking
5
about that Shadow Fiend
seconds.
possibly being in the safe lane.
I think that's definitely an Asian Lion, by the way.
Reserve
Asian
time.
loves to play Lion.
No, Lion's a good hero. He's got 2 different types of disables, a nice strong nuke, and doesn't have to depend on, you know, anything but creeps for mana. Or heroes, for that matter. There's the Pudge pickup. Oh man,
Oh.
I'm so excited for this. In the second game that I cast for CerDota2, earlier on before the tournament got revised, they have one heck of a Pudge player.
Yeah, that's gonna be an Oluche Pudge. He mains Pudge real well. I'm really excited for this game now too.
So I guess Lena is going to be then put as a
5
support,
seconds.
unless they decide to run Pudge in the offlane, which is also a possibility as well.
Or they might
Reserve
run
time.
just a roaming Pudge. Roaming Pudge is alright. You pick up a few levels of XP and you're good to go.
So we've got the offlaner here over on LOL3MID. Shadow Fiend possibly a mid, possibly a safe lane. Lion for support. We still need to see another support and either a mid or a hard carry. What do you think they're going to do? Are they going to try to pick something that's going to go along with the chrono, or do you think they're going to try to use that as a disengagement or setting up for fights?
Well, if I know Pink Tops loves to play the Earth Spirit right now and just mess up mid players. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we see a Pink Tops Earth Spirit right now.
And the Phoenix pickup here. Oh, I like that. I like that. I think that's really good synergy. Especially because of the fact that if you land a stun and a Hex with Lion plus Sunray, it's going to do mass amounts of damage.
Yeah, we've seen LOL3MID before the reshuffle of this tournament. They've played it on both Pink Tops, and they've also
10
played it on both
seconds to go.
Wise. And I think Wise plays it a lot better when it gets the
5
farm. It's just
seconds.
incredible.
Reserve time.
Definitely. I messed that up. That's why. Oops.
암살기사.
Templar Assassin. That's going to be really difficult for
Dyer's
Templar
Eye.
Assassin with the Phoenix being able to burn down her refraction.
I agree in that, and then Templar Assassin now has the shortest range of all heroes. Her attack range before she levels E is even shorter than melee heroes right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Seconds to go.
Not sure that pickup, but I guess that's going to be your mid then. Templar Assassin mid
5
Pudge. Either
seconds.
offlane or roaming with the 2 supports there.
Yeah, I expect Oluche to do an offlane or a roaming Pudge, just pick a few levels and roam around. That's probably a mid Horseman TA.
And they're going to take out that Skywrath Mage. They don't want to see that 12-second Mystic Flare come out. It's pretty
Waga's been
nasty.
doing that a lot. Waga mid right now with Sky is pretty good.
10 seconds to go.
And there's a Weaver pickup. Interesting.
Dyer's pit.
Yeah, that's probably an RK pick right there. RK is really comfortable on the Hero Weaver. He mains it. He's going to be fine on it.
It's going to be a problem, though, if he gets caught in that chrono.
10
A little bit concerned
seconds
about
to
that.
go.
They also don't have, like, I mean, I guess with Fiery Soul, Weaver
5
eventually, towards, like, the later
seconds.
game, a Tinker. What is this? This patch, making all sorts
That's a
of...
Wadjet Tinker. Wadjet hasn't played it this patch yet, but he told me that he wanted to play Tinker real bad.
This is going to be really interesting. I mean, it's got great synergy with the chrono, and there's a lot of squishy people over on the side of CerDota2. That Lich and Lena. Plus, you know, Weaver as well is fairly... I mean, the Lincolns will block one thing, but they've got a lot of stuff that can pop that. This is a very interesting lineup. Right now, who would you say that you would favor with the draft?
You know, with the draft, it really depends on how great of a start Luce has on his pudge, because I think good pudge players can make or break games in the first 5 or 10 minutes. And
as a standard, we're going to see everybody DCing right off the bat. But why don't we just introduce again for people on stream. This is the Learn Dota 2 tournament. This is CerDota2 versus LOL3MID. I'm your caster, Moxie. I'm joined with IceNine, who's going to be my co-caster for today. The game started early, which is why I had my overlay messed up. I'm sorry about that. Oh my gosh. Was not prepared to start this early and kind of rushed that. But anyways, let's get into introducing the teams. Over on the Radiant side, we have Oso going to be playing our Lich. Bencha will be playing our Lina. Alush will be playing that infamous Pudge. Horseman will be playing the Templar Assassin. And RK going to be playing our Weaver. You want to introduce the Dire?
Sure. Alright, so we have Groovy Tony, also known as Accepted. I fully expect him to take this SF in the safe lane. Lion is also Asian. And we have Tinker is going to be Wadjet. Pink Tops is playing Phoenix, so that's going to be a 4-role Phoenix, which I'd rather see a farm Phoenix, but we have Wise on our Void offlane.
And we're going to see that Asian going over there, going to be able to place that ward right away, giving that high ground vision, which will be very helpful for Tinker when he's dealing with his Templar Assassin. And she's going to have a really rough lane here.
Yeah, I agree. I think she is going to have a rough lane. I expect Asian to, you know, stick mid a little bit and help out there before he goes to rotate to the SF lane.
Now it looks like we're going to see them trying to contest here for the rune. I think they'll probably back off though when they see everyone hanging out. Although we are seeing a pause coming out now from Accepted. They're having a little bit of lag here. Meanwhile on bot, we're seeing that Wise hanging out, looking to go place that ward. Is going to get spotted out by Weaver though, since he's opted to go that particular route.
How do you feel about some of these new items? I mean, I've never seen a TA start with Blightstone yet this patch.
Yeah, that's... You know, I was really, really excited. I'm actually casting a grand final this weekend, and this is, you know, the patch just came out, so it's going to be totally different Dota. But I'm interested now to see how people are building. Again, you know, we're talking about this Blightstone on the TA. I'm guessing he thinks that it's going to work in pretty good conjunction with Meld on top of that. Again, I'm not sure how efficient it's going to be.
And then we also see the Wind Lance on our Lich here.
Oh, you mean the Lace, not Lance.
Yeah, Lace, sorry.
It's okay, no, you said Wind Lance and I was like, wait, does he have a Hurricane Lance on him already? I was like,
No.
That's hacking, immediately. Nope,
Yeah.
DQ. Yeah, no, the Wind Lace is interesting pickup here. It gives him a little bit more ability without having to go full for boots or anything like that. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that necessarily. Maybe he's going to be doing some roaming a bit? I don't know.
Do you think with the sacrifice that in mid, TA is going to get off to a good start against the Tinker, or do you think Lion's going to get in there?
I feel like it's probably better for him to do the sacrifice in mid, just because this lineup doesn't favor the TA. Giving her any sort of an advantage would be a really good thing. But I do think he's going to be moving up, you know, he's going to go into the offlane probably, trying to deny even more experience, because it looks like they're going to be running a try with the Phoenix and the Lion here. It looks like we're ready to go again, so I'm going to keep my eye on this top rune spot.
Battle will commence in...
And Voice Place the Ward is immediately going to get pinged out by the Weaver because he has the high ground vision, sees him there, going to throw out a couple value clicks onto this Void. Opted to pick up Shikuchi first here, and everyone's camped out by this rune. Maybe they're hoping that Alush gets the hook here. Phoenix has picked up Sunrise, we're not going to see any swooping action. And scuffle for the top rune begins.
Lucia's going hook.
Yep, we're going to see that the TA is going to be able to pick up that rune. Going to throw up the refraction, move herself away. Should be fine here. Taking a lot of damage, but does have a salve on her as well. Gonna be just popping that immediately and using it. And it actually looks like the Lich is gonna be going bottom here? I think he's not sure where he's going, actually. Nope, he's headed towards top.
He might just help Alush get some quick lanes.
Maybe.
Levels.
I'm not sure why they're staring at each other here. Are we having another...
Yeah, a lot of pauses.
So apparently everyone's having really high ping right now. I'm at 26 ping, so...
That's 69. There's currently a storm going through a lot of country right now, especially like Midwest and stuff.
That could be it.
Like I'm a little bit worried about Asian's ping just because I know he and I live in the same city and there's a thunderstorm right now.
So where do you think we're going to see this first blood?
I would say Aluche is going to be the first blood. But you never know. Lich is going to be stacking.
Well, the potential is really strong up here. Again, you know, we talked about having that Hex over on the Lion coming out with the Sun Ray. It's going to make it difficult for him to get away here. But I think they'll probably wait until like level 2, so that way Lion has another point in or rather not another point, but pick up that Hex. And we are seeing that the Lich is babysitting the TA here. Which is not the best, honestly. I'm a little concerned just because she's gonna lack levels.
That and Tinker can harass both of them at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're already seeing some of that come out here. TA's got absolutely no mana left here for the refraction, and that's going to be really problematic for her here. And right now we're seeing in Last Hits and Dice, we're seeing that the Weaver is actually leading right now, 8-1, but Shadow Fiend is very, very close behind, 8-5 here. Getting those souls up. Got 14 of them here. They're doing a great job at keeping this Pudge back. He's sitting at level 2 right now. He's used a salve, and he's also popped his mango here, so he's looking for some sort of a interaction, but I don't know if that's a really good idea considering, you know, the fact that Lion just turns around, throws out that stun, and then you get the Sunray on top of that.
I'm also a little worried because he has no more regen. He's completely out of regen in the house.
Meanwhile, on bottom, seeing that Wise is just kind of hanging out in the trees here, taking some harass from this Lena.
Yeah, he's just looking to soak up XP. He actually has his Iron Talent complete, but I think he's waiting for Wadjet to use the Courier to get his bottle.
Lots of harass coming out onto Void. He's going to have to go ahead and use that Time Walk. But again, it's very, very hard to kill Void. You have to time it just right, knowing that the Time Walk is down and then throwing out the appropriate stuns and harass. This TA is having a tough time in mid. She's got her bottle though now, at least.
Wadjet still has both his tangos, shared tangos.
I'm still concerned about this duo mid here. I don't think that this is the ideal situation.
They're definitely wasting a lot of XP with the Lich, but they're, you know, we talked about the Lich denying heroes, maybe, or creeps. If he starts denying catapults, it might be well.
Meanwhile, in top lane, they're trying their best to keep Pudge just as far back as possible, trying to keep him out of XP range. And he is sitting at level 3, while the SF's sitting at level 4, and the two supports, you know, trying their best to at least gonna miss that hook. Both of these supports trying to get their experience from stacking and such, and we're gonna see Lich actually kind of moving around here. I'm not sure what exactly... They realize that this camp is blocked, but neither of them have any sort of sentry on them.
And you actually see the Lich's sacrifice come into play here because the TA, even though she's with Lich mid, is level 5. Watch is only level 4. So you see the power of that sacrifice in this patch.
Still no first blood though, I'm surprised. Teams are playing very conservatively here. Tinker picking up his bottle now. And you know, we talked about Pudge being the first blood here, but he's done particularly well for himself considering he's up against a pretty nasty tri-line. He's gonna have to go ahead and solve himself up. And
he's
Shadow
set
Fiend
himself more regen.
sitting at 1.7 gold here. Looking pretty good. Weaver, meanwhile, on bottom. He's also picked up a Blightstone, has his completed Ring of Aquila and boots.
How do you feel about tri-lanes this patch? I don't know if they're getting enough out of it, because you see the TA and the Weaver are second and third. Their SF obviously is getting well ahead, but I don't know if the tri-lane's accomplishing what they want.
Well, I mean, I'm personally a big fan of being super aggressive when I play in a tri-lane. I want to make sure that, you know, the off-laner is always really nervous to come forward. And I think they're doing a good job with that, but I think that they could be a little bit more aggressive and try to go in for a kill here. It is, after all, just a Pudge. He doesn't have great escape.
Exactly. What first item do you think we're going to see from Accepted?
We're seeing Tinker coming down here. He's going to be facing off with the Lina. Lina throwing out the Light Striker Ray, going to miss. And Wadra going to be able to secure himself the Illusion Rune. Meanwhile, top, seeing Pink Tops moving down, going to be able to grab the Bounty Rune and just deny TA the regen. Does have a full bottle though here, so won't be suffering too badly from it. This Lich needs to kind of figure out where he's going. Concerned that he's shifting around a little bit too much. Alina's got some wards over here. Looks like she's just gonna throw one of these wards down, not go for a gank. And Pink Tops is standing by over here on Phoenix, so I don't think they'll try to do anything. Oh, this Lina is getting a little cheeky though.
Yeah, what is
Void's rotating too. I don't know, but they need to be really careful. There's the Light Striker Ray coming out. Gonna just get herself away here. Has the boot, should be able to make herself an easy getaway. Lots of people hanging out in TA's lane though. Meanwhile, Void's hit is level 6 at this point. He's got a smoke on him as well. That he's getting ferried out, so probably gonna see some play coming out from him fairly soon. Excuse me.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, I think the Pudge needs to start making some plays.
Now he's got his strength pulse now. He's almost level 6. I think maybe he's going to be waiting to get that level 6 before he goes. But again, it's difficult to go ahead and gank any of these guys just as Pudge himself. You need to rotate maybe a support or two. And again, having a lot of problems with lag tonight.
He's still the same.
Look at this this beautiful picture here in mid with Horseman and Wadjet.
Yeah.
I'm still surprised too. It's you know, we're almost about 8 minutes in. We still haven't seen a first blood.
I think as soon as we see Pudge hit level 6, he's gonna start roaming because Luce does main Pudge, so I expect him to be the playmaker of this team. And I think this game right now rests on him because I think the better team fight is on LOL3MID with the Phoenix Egg and the Chrono.
Definitely. I mean, if we look over on the side of CerDota2, they really don't have much for initiation other than a Luce on this Pudge. You know, you could... TA's struggling here in mid. You could see, you know, TA grabbing a blink and throwing herself in, but honestly, having the Pudge hook is going to work out a little bit better for them, especially because of the fact that, you know, we're going to see this Void. He's going to go ahead. He's going to time walk in with that Chrono. You don't want to throw your body into position to get Chronoed. But again, you know, if he gets the hook off, he could potentially, you know, drag in that... Oh, there's going to be a scuffle going on over here. They're looking to just push the TA back. Pudge is going to back himself off too because the other supports have moved in. Lena's gonna
they're
pick up the
just-
double damage though.
They're just trying to deny the mid runes.
And you know, we're talking about how TA, you know, it's not a great matchup for her here, but doing alright considering with the last hits and die sitting at 42 and 17, whereas the Tinker's sitting at 13 and 7, so I don't think we're going to be seeing bots out of him anytime soon. Meanwhile, top, they're going to be able to take down Pudge for first blood.
Ah, got it.
And again, it's the power of the Sunray. We saw that the Earth Spike was used, Hex was used, and then of course Sunray. Just being able to burn him down. Pudge, you know, they use him a lot as an offlane, but he doesn't have any sort of real escape. But now that... Oh, he's still level 5 too. He's actually not level 6. I was gonna say, if he had level 6, we were probably gonna see him just start roaming, but... I'm honestly surprised, and kind of impressed because of the fact that, you know, again, this tri-lane is so strong here on top on the side of LOL3MID that that's actually his first death. And he's gonna just TP himself back up here. I guess he's still looking for that level 6, maybe?
I think Lich is gonna rotate out there.
And they are gonna spot him out, though. They do have a really nice ward placement.
I am worried that Wadjet is not getting enough done. He's 17 and 7 mid. This TA is just going crazy. And when she pops her refraction, she actually has like almost 200 damage. Well, 160.
Again, they're pinging out the TA here. Wadjet's gonna be able to get this top rune. Is gonna get caught though by the TA. Needs to be really, really careful. Does have the fraction up. There's gonna be the bounty rune. And he's going to be able to secure it. Seeing some rotations coming out, but it's not... These rotations are so slow, it's not worth their time, honestly.
That and TA, I don't think knew that the bounty rune got picked up because she was sitting around the rune spot like she thought it was still going to be there. She should have hit her meld and just took out the Tinker right there.
We saw that Pink Top's actually picking up the Tome of Knowledge here. That's a new item. Going to be able to push him up over the level 5 here. I like these two observers sitting right next to each other, too. Pudge coming around here. Looks like Alicia's looking for a hook to go on to watch it. There are no ward stairs to spot him out, so... And he is level 6. Ooh.
He is going to be their playmaker, so this is... I expect a play to be made.
And they're pinging it out over here. Trying to bait, maybe? And Wadjet. Oh, Wadjet. He's looking for that hook. Is gonna miss.
Complete miss.
And again, lots of pauses. Oh my goodness, this game.
Yeah, Bencho's lagging, clearly, on bottom. So Wise was about to just take him out for free.
So if we go ahead and look into the graphs, we're seeing just a little bit of a lead over here in team net worth over on the side of LOL3MID. About 1,000 gold lead, not too much there. And I can't see the rest of the graph because the game is paused, is totally covering that. But it looks like CerDota had a bit of a lead in XP, but it's coming back down to being even. And I'm pretty impressed with this TA, the fact that, you know, she hasn't had to leave lane once, she hasn't died to Tinker. Again, we talked about how, you know, Wadjet was saying he wanted to play Tinker. I'm not sure if he's super comfortable with the hero, though, either. Because it seems like he's having some trouble CSing.
And I think we were really doubting the Lich combo in mid, but that sacrifice really just kept Wadjet from leveling up at the same pace as TA, which is weird because two heroes mid versus a Tinker solo mid, you think Tinker would be higher, but that Lich is really valuable this patch.
I think we're going to be seeing a lot of him being played in these games. And we're gonna lose the Lena. Oh no. What is happening with the servers tonight? Is it... Because I think CerDota2 is... I don't know where they're located, but I think they're a Mexican team, if I know correctly. I could be wrong. I hope they're not mad at me if I'm wrong. And they're saying that you're not casting in the client, by the way.
We are not?
You're not, for some reason. I don't know why. I am, but you're not. Did you set it on push to talk, or do you have it as an open mic?
Probably it's push to talk, isn't it?
It might be push to talk. I'm gonna look like a crazy person casting like I have a co-caster when they can't hear. And we're gonna see the TP coming out bottom here, trying to save Bencho. Bencho is gonna be able to get himself away. We're gonna see the Lich rotating as well. And Void's just gonna scooch him away. So that's really valuable for LOL3MID, having both of them TP bottom and then not being able to get anything out of this lane. Meanwhile in mid, they're trying to go over here on Pudge. Just gonna push him back with that Sunray. Weaver's actually rotated top now at this point. A lot of movement coming out from CerDota2's lines. Weaver just trying to throw out a little bit of harass onto the Shadow Fiend. Doesn't realize that the Asian's right here, and that's gonna be a dead Weaver. Bottom tower's gonna fall.
What do you think we see our TAA build into? Is she gonna go Deso first or Blink?
I think probably the Deso, because she's picked up that Blightstone. I think she wants to maximize that negative armor.
She's holding her gold though. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, I mean, in order to get the Deso, yeah, it's gonna be a Deso. She's got the Mithril Hammer. Because you're gonna need the 1600 gold to get that. Gonna see a lot of TPs coming in here. Weaver needs to be very careful. He keeps being very aggressive here. And Tia's gonna get herself a double damage rune. That'll be helpful as well. Seeing her Magrate top. Giving Void some space though to be able to do a little bit more with the farming. It's also gonna make some space for Wadjet here. Still working hard on those bots.
Yeah, these are gonna be very slow bots on Wadjet. But they're gonna have Vlads up on their Void about the same time.
I'm honestly surprised that Wadjet didn't try to go for, you know, a March build a little bit earlier, just because he was dealing with the TA, and she can't stay in lane against that. A lot of movement going on top here. Looks like they're trying to go, and there's going to be the Chrono coming out from Wise, going onto Horseman. The hook coming out from Malusha is going to be able to save his life, and there's going to be the stun coming out with Bencho, trying to fuse the Laguna Blade. There's going to be the Chain Frost coming out. Asian's going to have to run for his life. This egg is up. They're able to take down the Phoenix, and Asian running for his life. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it. He's going to fall. So that's
the value
three
of that
heroes.
Gemini attack going out on the Phoenix egg.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I think at level 1, Phoenix Egg is pretty easy to take down. I think how many hits is it again?
It's only 5, but you double tap it with the Weaver. And
Yeah.
it's gone.
And especially because Weaver's Gemini attack isn't slowed down by Fire Spirits, is it?
No, it's a passive.
Yeah, so that makes him very, very good against the Phoenix here. Meanwhile in mid, Wadjet's hard at work. Getting closer and closer to those bots.
So it looks like Accepted is going to go S and Y. How do you feel about S and Y on SF?
I mean, he's going for, you know, early farming, not farming, early fighting with the S and Y, but I'm not sure if I like that necessarily as the pick up here. And we're seeing Pink Tops throwing out some more harass here over onto the TA, and Wadjet needs to be a little bit careful. Spike's gonna miss coming out from Asian, and we're gonna see that the Lich and the Pudge are gonna be starting to move into the mid lane, trying to create more space here for Accepted. Groovy Tony. Oh, the hook coming out from Malu. She's able to take down Wadjet, and they're gonna try to keep him alive. It's not gonna be enough.
Yeah, I think if Aluche keeps playing like that and getting the hooks, he's going to be the playmaker this game.
Well, he was in the game that he I casted before. Oh, nice stack here for Accepted to take. But, you know, we were talking about it. In the beginning, he was missing a couple of his hooks, but it was one of those things where if you don't try for the hook, you're never going to catch anyone with it. And as the game progressed, he just became more and more the playmaker. He was the one who was able to initiate the fights. He was able to grab people out of position. It made them really, really nervous over on the other team. So I'm sure that we're going to see a lot of good play coming out from him again.
The other thing that concerns me is that TA is going to take this bot stack, and there is no stack on LOL3MID.
I'm actually really disappointed that this TA hasn't been doing more stacking. Oh, she does have the completed Deso though now. That'll be helpful.
She has the Deso and she has a quad ancient stack. I think she needs to take that very soon.
Now, was Lich stacking for her, or was she stacking for it? I was watching the other lanes.
Lich was running around, denying stuff mid, running top, stacking. He
Bottom
was
lane.
a very valuable Lich.
Trying to go in. There's the egg gonna be taken out by pink tops here. Pudge is gonna be able to grab Wadjet again! And he's just burning him down though. Y's trying to come in. The Laguna Blade's gonna be able to clean up Wadjet though, and Y's gonna be able to nope, not gonna be able to take down the courier. He's gonna fall here as well. SF coming in. He's putting out a ton of damage, trying to go over onto the Lich. He's out of mana though. He's trying to chase after him. And I think he
Pudge
just really
actually denied himself that fight. Aluche denied himself.
nice. Phoenix trying to throw out some more vision here and harass. This has been a real tough game for Wadjet. Still has not been able to get those boots of travel, and he's about 17 minutes in now.
Yeah, I really think you should have done a March build.
Well, I think it would have been so good against the TA too. She just can't stand up to that. Very few people actually can. At least early on in the game. Unless that, you know, unless we were going to see the Tinker doing ganking with the laser rockets. I think that would have been really good. And they've got vision over here on the Shadow Fiend. I'm not sure if they're going to try to do anything with it. They're going to see that everyone else is moving in, though, so I think Lena's just going to back off. And top lane now just totally empty.
Both towers gone. No one really wants to farm up there, which is surprising.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they're leaving a lane open and everybody's so bunched up here. Although we might see, looks like Shadow Fiend's headed that way, so. And Pudge gonna get himself a regen round. Seeing TP's coming in over here on mid. Both the supports on bottom. We're seeing that Wise is still farming here. And Weaver is getting closer to that Chrysalis. Just needs to get it off of the inventory here.
I think LOL3MID is also losing in the ward game.
Especially considering that there's a Pudge, and you know that this Pudge is going to be very, very active.
Exactly. Their wards don't show them much. They show them if they're going to Roche, which the Radiant team doesn't really have a great Roche lineup, and then they see that, which is almost nothing.
And we're seeing that they're trying to take the stack here. Lena's hanging out, trying to get some of this experience as well. And that'll help TA out a lot. I think her next item is going to be that Blink. She's saving up quite a bit of gold for it. And Alush's gonna get caught out here. Needs to be so careful. Time dilation coming out. He's gonna try to go ahead and ulti this Faceless Void, but he's in a lot of trouble. He's gonna fall here. Phoenix coming forward. Gonna use the egg. A little bit overkill. I don't think he really needed to do that, but you know, sometimes when you're a support, you get really excited and you're helping. Meanwhile, mid tower's gonna go down.
How do you feel about this Weaver build? He's got a Chrysalis and a Blightstone. I guess he didn't need to do a Deso because their TA has Deso, but why didn't he do something to stay alive?
I'm not sure. I think, you know, usually you would see a Lincoln's getting picked up on the Weaver, but in this game, there's so many things to pop it. You know, you've got the different lockdown coming out from the Lion. You've got the, I believe laser rockets too. Like, that takes down the Lincolns as well. So it's not really that valuable for him, I think, this time. Although you are talking, you know, you're discussing the survivability on him. Oh, there's going to be a smoke coming out here over on the Radiant. They're going to try to go for a pick, it looks like.
I still think Lincolns would be beautiful, because then you can dodge a line lockdown easy. The only other thing to pop it is the laser.
They're doing a scan over here. Looking for that gank. That's the fun part of this new feature. They're looking. And Shadow Fiend hasn't built any sort of escape or
They're gonna get Wadjet.
They're gonna get Wadjet again. Oh no, Wadjet!
Maybe not.
Here comes Oso. He's looking for it. He's coming for it. He's got his ultimate up, and they've got the Lion nearby who is invis. He's gonna go for the hook, and he's gonna hook his teammate here, unfortunately. Meanwhile, Shadow Fiend just weaving his way out of this jungle. He wants nothing to do with this. And Lion, they see him now. They've got the sentry ward up. Gonna go for the hook. Gonna connect the hook. Gonna be able to take Asian down. Nice hook coming out there. But it looks like they're gonna try to go on this top tower now that they have the Lion out.
Oh, Luce
Meanwhile, oh, another one taking out the Phoenix. And
I think
Bencho's
if you
actually
give a
gonna clean up.
Luce Pudge, he's gonna make plays like that all game.
Well, it's one of those heroes that you're really surprised that you're seeing him in the tournament. You know, because most people would try to go for something like a little bit more, I don't want to say try hard, but, you know, trying to get like the Invoker, the Death Prophet, the OD, although I'm pretty sure OD hasn't made it through. I'm not sure if he's made it through any of the ban pick phases for Learn Dota 2.
I think the two heroes I would watch out for on CerDota is the Luce Pudge and the Ozo Disruptor.
On the, yeah.
Or Bencho. Bencho plays the Disruptor. Bencho plays the Disruptor. Bencho's Disruptor is really good.
And Alicia's in a really good position here. He's going to go for a blind hook. He's going to miss it, but now they know that he's hanging out in the corner. Meanwhile, on bottom, it looks like they're trying to do some split pushing here. And Tinker has his boots of travel now. Chrono coming out from Wise here. Oh, Hook gonna be able to save him just enough. And there's the Pudge getting off his ultimate. Gonna be able to take down Wise. Here comes the Phoenix Egg. They look like they're just gonna back off here, though. They don't want to fight into that. Although we're gonna lose the Templar Assassin. And she needs to go ahead and she needs to pop her trap. Not gonna be popping the trap here. And Pudge trying his best to get away here. Seeing that Lion does have the Earth Spike. He's gonna miss, though. Oh, and Pudge is gonna be able to get out. Meanwhile, Bencho, running for his life, has himself that win lane. He's gonna be going for a Yules. And we're going to start seeing Wadjet doing the split push thing now that he has his boots of travel, and he's going to have that soul ring.
So what actual items do you think we'll see on the Tinker?
I mean, I don't think it's going to vary very much from what Tinkers usually build. I think we're going to see, you know, he's got the boots of travel, he's got the soul ring, probably going to see a blink coming out from him. I'd like to see, a sheepstick eventually, just for the extra lockdown. But again, that's looking pretty far ahead here. I don't think we're going to see an E-Blade Tinker this game. I think they've got enough damage coming out from like the Shadow Fiend and, you know, the Phoenix ulti. Maybe not until really, really late game when we see that being built. Especially because of the fact that Lita can blow him up if he gets a Ghost Scepter and such. I think that's going to be a very, I don't want to say last minute sort of thing, but...
Meanwhile, Accepted is sitting at 3,600. What's our SF can build next?
Do you think he's going to go for a Silver's Edge and try to... What is it? The Weaver's got to pass. It's not... I don't know. Could be going for a Blink, too. I would like to see him get something for mobility, honestly. Smoke coming out over on the side of the Radiant. And they're gonna let Aluch lead the way here. They've got really nice wards over here, but they have been getting dewarded as well. And meanwhile, everyone else is hanging out over on the other side of the map here for LOL3MID. And we do see that Void's picked up the Blink Dagger now, so that's gonna make his initiation even better. Plus we've got the Vela Discord now up and running on the Phoenix. Gonna be doing some extra damage. So that's a lot of time that they spent in the jungle trying to find the Dire here. And Tinker, again, going ahead, gonna be split pushing. Bencho's completed his Yules now. An Aether Lens is almost completed on this Pudge. He just needs to get the Ring of Health here.
The recipe, he has the ring. Oh, so for survivability, we are going to see a BKB on RK Weaver, which is good. I wanted to see some survivability on the Weaver.
Here's the hook coming in, gonna be able to go ahead and take out the Faceless Void here. Nicely done coming out again. Oh, and Pink Top's in a little bit of trouble here. Almost going to be able to take him down. It's just not going to be enough, though. And they're going to turn around, focus their attention onto this tower.
So that's something that's happening.
Pudge going to miss that hook. Almost. Seeing rockets coming out here. Able to take down this tower, and it looks like they're just going to back off, I think. Yeah, they got hit with the Veil of Discord, so I think they're a little nervous about the Phoenix ulti here. Do you think we're going to see an Ags on the Phoenix this time around?
I don't know if Pink can farm fast enough to get an eggs. And it looks like on the side of CerDota, they're picking up BKBs. Weaver's going to pick up a BKB. TA looks like she's going to pick up a BKB. It looks like they're going to try and high ground in the next 10 minutes.
Well, TA absolutely needs a BKB. I mean, it's going to be rough, especially depending on the interaction between the Void's Chrono and the side of CerDota2. But this Pudge is being really, really smart. Alicia's making sure that he's grabbing that Faceless Void and therefore taking him out of the team fights before they even begin. And that's crucial, I feel, for the side of LOL3MID.
LOL3MID actually has some very good defensive wards, and if you look at the ward game currently, there's not much coming out from CerDota.
I think having some wards over in the dire jungle would have been better for them when they did that smoke. They are going to notice that they're going in for Roche here. They do have wards up. But do you want to go in against that when you've got a Faceless Void with the Chrono is the next question. They're scanning outside here. Both of them are scanning. They know that there's people headed on in here. Void has the blink. Can't escape if he needs to. There's the hook coming out. It's going to connect over onto Shadowfiend. He's going to get blown up. Oh my goodness. The buyback coming out immediately here. And we're seeing that Weaver running around over to the side. He's going to scout out the Phoenix. He's going to scout out the Lion. And they're going to have to abandon this Roche. Roche is about halfway dead here. Singwai's going right back in. Again, he has the Chrono.
Yeah, I don't.
And the hook's gonna connect again! The BKB is gonna come out onto the Shadowfiend, but they're pouring out so much damage, they're actually gonna be able to take him down. Seeing that Wise is gonna come in, he doesn't even go for that Chrono, and he's gonna see the bounces coming out here, gonna be able to take down Phoenix, gonna take down the Lion, and watch it, trying to throw out some marches, trying to cause some problems, trying to take down anyone here, but he's gonna be able to just go ahead, get himself out. Lina using the Yules to save herself, and they're gonna go ahead here, and I think they're gonna take Roche. Oh, what a disaster for Shadowfiend, though. He bought back and then immediately died again.
Yeah, that was not smart at all to go in on Roche after a buyback. That was just...
And Weaver going to be able to pick up the Aegis here.
We know who the real monster was.
Weaver, turn on your Aquila. Please. Meanwhile, Bencher, that was a nice use of the Yules there, dodging the marches, being able to get himself out there. Wise hard at work, he's working on that Aghanim Scepter. So after that fight, we're seeing a huge swing, just in favor of CerDota2 here, over 5,000, and then we're also going to see that the experience earned is above 7,500. It was a really good fight for them. Especially, again, the dieback.
It was a dieback, and it was the dieback on the most valuable player in this game right now. Shadowfiend's sitting at the highest net worth in the game.
And they're also able to take Roche on top of that, so it's just working out really, really well for them. I wonder if we're going to see a respect band on Pudge in this next game. Because he's been making a lot of plays.
Yeah, I thought Aluche was going to be the playmaker, and he lived to his name, man.
And the BKB's completed now, over for the TA. She's got the blink, she's getting her BKB right now. It looks like they're going to be trying to go for another fight here. And Lina's got 2 parts of her Ags. Things are looking scary here over for the side of LOL3MID.
I agree, especially with those 2 BKBs. I mean, most of the LOL3MID's damage is coming out from Magic. Tinker, Magic, Lion, Magic, Phoenix, Magic. The only real physical damage coming out is from SF and a little bit from Void.
We're seeing the TPs come out because they pushed that tower way faster than... Okay, there's the Veil of Discord coming out from Phoenix here. Oh, the hook coming out though! It's going to connect over onto Agent. Agent's going to get taken out. And we're seeing Tinker TP in here. Mech's going to get used over on the side of CerDota.
Dire's bottom tower is under siege.
And the creeps are pushing into their base, so I'm not sure. It looks like because they've got that Aegis, they're just going to go right ahead and put a bunch of damage onto this tower. Again, Void has Chrono. And they do have Phoenix Egg. So they could defend pretty easily here, but it's all about the positioning. Again, if Alucia is able to take out the Faceless Void, Hook's gonna come in, he's gonna grab a creep, and there's Wise coming forward. He's trying to go, and they're gonna try to push him down. Oh, he's gonna get stunned out! And then Weaver's gonna fall here. Seeing that the TA is still going forward, the BKBs are popped, but they don't have the Chrono. They don't have Faceless Void here. That's a lot of setting up for their team fight.
I think they need to back it down. Weaver did mistakenly pop his BKB before the Aegis, and that's on cooldown for 50 more seconds.
They're gonna go right back in though. They don't have to worry about the Chrono. They do have the Phoenix Egg still, but they're just not backing off. Again, we're gonna see the Veil of Discord coming out from the Phoenix. Phoenix is gonna go ahead, throw the egg up, and they're just gonna go right onto it. Although we're seeing that the Pudge coming forward has the lockdown. Egg's gonna pop though, and here comes the bounces. Bounces are only gonna hit twice, and CerDota2 needs to be really careful here. Those marches doing a lot of damage to him. Phoenix in trouble though. Pudge coming forward. Pudge is gonna be, yep, he's gonna be able to deny himself here. And they're able to take one of the racks. Meanwhile, Lich trying to get out of there. Might be, oh, he's just gonna barely make it out with his life. What a fight.
I think LOL3MID's weakness this game is they're relying way too much on magic damage and then hoping that their SF can right-click hard enough, and we now have 2 BKBs and a full pipe complete on the Pudge to negate almost all the Tinker damage.
I just think the Tinker wasn't able to accelerate fast enough as well this game. Because, I mean, usually Tinker soaks up all of the farm and XP on the map, and right now he's sitting at the 4th lowest. Just above the Lich here. And that's not something you want. What do you think this SF should go for next item? Oh, it looks like he's gonna be going Scotty?
Yeah, it appears to be Scotty.
I like that pickup for him just because he's been having a lot of trouble staying alive during these fights because he is fairly squishy, so picking up the ultimate orbs are going to help him tank up just a little bit here, and it's also going to provide him with a nice slow and a little bit more damage. Although we're seeing the Lich needs to be careful. He's just wandering right into this SF. Is going to run face first, and I'm not sure Accepted knew what to do there. He just kind of ran in a little circle.
The other thing I really question
it's not going to be able to hit that ward here. It's just out of vision. What was that? I'm sorry?
The other thing I question this game is Void Eggs. With the new patch, Void Eggs doesn't give an increased chrono, it just makes your cooldown shorter.
And he's not been able to get off many chronos, honestly, anyways, because he's getting picked off either by this Pudge, like, right off the bat, or they're just zeroing in on him before he's able to throw it out.
How good Void Eggs is, because you don't get the increased duration anymore, you just get a 40-second faster chrono, which I don't think they need. I think their chrono time is fine.
I think people are probably going to be stuck a little bit in, oh, we're seeing Weaver trying to go over here on, oh, he's going to be able to have vision from that bug. He does not have a stun, though. He's doing so much damage to him, though. He's able to get out, though. I think a lot of people are stuck maybe in the mindset of the former patch because, you know, it just came out. So that might be why we're seeing, you know, some of these older builds. And by older, I mean not that old, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I just don't think this Void Eggs is going to be that much of an impact. I don't think it's the impact they need. I think they need more right-click from Wise. They need right-click from someone.
I'm just looking for that hook here. They're being real smart, though. They're being able to see that he's standing right outside. They know his positioning. They can move themselves around if need be. Wise, though, standing right there. Maybe he's anticipating that and going to try to blink away. And they're going to give away the fact that they do have vision, though. Oh, he's able to grab the... Oh, he's not able to go fast enough, though! He got the hook off! And he goes ahead and he uses his ultimate onto the Void, but then immediately cancels it. That was a little odd there. That could have been such a great pickoff. Pink Top's gonna get immediately. Oh, he's gonna be able to fly himself away though. Nice chrono landing all of them right there. All 4 of them. Weaver is nowhere to be seen. And there's gonna be the Phoenix Egg coming out. Stun's gonna come out on top of that. And that's Lich just trying to do a bunch of damage, but it's not gonna be doing enough. And we're gonna lose 3 heroes over on the side of the Dire. Meanwhile, Weaver is gonna be running over here. He's gonna have to BKB, but he needs to get out of there. He's not gonna be able to. He's gonna fall. What a disaster for CerDota.
Yeah, that's the other good thing about this patch is defending high ground is so easy now that you have +3.
That was a nice chrono coming out over on the side of Void there. I'm a little bit confused as to why the Pudge, he had originally hooked Void out and was trying to decide whether he wanted to actually go after him. He waited a little bit too long. Void was able to get himself away, and then on top of that, he changed his mind, tried to go ahead and use the ultimate onto the Faceless Void, and I canceled it again, so I'm not sure what happened there. And TA's actually picked herself up a Hyperstone here. I think she's going for like an Assault Cuirass.
Yeah, Assault Cuirass would work well on TA would counteract the Chef.
Going for a lot of that negative armor. And Tinker has opted to go for a Dagon build. Not crazy about that again, just because of the fact that, they're trying to go for the BKBs. And they're zeroing in really closely here. They're trying to maybe get another hook off. And Tinker, oh, that hook! Connects but doesn't grab him in time. Looks like they're setting up. They've got it. They're all smoked up. They want to go into Roche. Maybe they're baiting. Looks like they're going to try to bait here.
A scan comes out from the dot to see the Viridian.
Oh, and they're going to come in right there. There's going to be the Chrono. It's only going to connect onto the Templar Assassin, but the Pink Top's immediately going to get taken out here. CerDota2 is going to fall, though, over on the RK, sorry. And Bedshow throwing out the axe, but the Shadow Fiend, again. They just need more damage to follow up. Weaver coming back in. They've got the buyback on the Weaver and the TA here. I'm not sure that was necessary. Gonna be chasing down Wadjet. Should be able to get himself back, though. BKB coming out from Weaver. Weaver's coming in. He wants to chase after the, It's gonna be able to take him down here. And we're turning around, seeing that Void's running away. Lion's in a lot of trouble, though. He's gonna get taken down by the Selena. And the rest of LOL3MID gonna have to run out. But there were 2 buybacks during that. Gonna be able to take Roche, though, now, too. So, what do you think? Is that worth it?
They need to take the Roche, and if they go high ground, it is worth it. I don't know if they have enough time. They have 38 more seconds on the TV.
I like this casual windlace from the Lich. Just never built it into anything. Just wanted it.
Yeah, he picked that up at the very beginning of the game.
Yeah, I remember.
Using it to stack and sacrifice and go around.
They've got the Chrono. And they're bunched up pretty closely here. Pink Top's throwing out the Veil of Discord. He's looking to go in for the egg here. And we're seeing that CerDota2. Oh, almost going to be able to grab that Void with the hook. Weaver taking a lot of harass from the Sunray, trying to just put damage onto this tower, though. Not sure why he Shikuchi'd there. He's really close to tower. It's going to be able to see him. And Void's trying to get in position. They're all bunched up. Could have gone for a Chrono there. And Weaver is just going to be able to... Okay, here we go. Void's going to jump forward here. We're going to see the Time Walk being baited out. Rocket's coming out. Pudge taking one to the face. Not too concerned about it. Going for the hook again. Going to miss.
I really think LOL3MID has to initiate with the Chrono, because if Pudge initiates with the Luce hook, it's gonna...
Yeah, I want to see the Void come in on this. Couple opportunities for him to get really nice Chronos, and... There's the hook again. Luce's trying to initiate really hard. Okay, here comes Void. Void's gonna throw up the Chrono, gonna be able to take 2 of them. CerDota2 is gonna fall here. The RK. RK is gonna... There's the stun coming out, though. We're gonna be able to take down Wise. And the SF coming forward. We've got a disconnect from Pink Tops. Wow, that is horrible timing. You can see Void's dead body lying on the ground over here. I keep calling RK CerDota2 because I'm not reading the first part of it. This Lich is in a lot of trouble. Needs to probably force staff him away and use his Earned Shadows here.
So Pink Tops has yet to use his egg because he DC'd there. We're gonna see an egg.
I hope we're gonna see an egg.
No, if it's
He's got Icarus dive up too, so he should definitely go in on that.
He has everything. He has Hail, egg, spirits, dive. He's ready to go.
Alright.
We still have
Moment of truth.
He's up on TA though. TA has
There's gonna be the Icarus dive, he's gonna come through, and he's actually not gonna use his egg though. Gonna use the egg really, really far back. Gonna force them back maybe off of the racks, and Pudge is gonna, looks like he's gonna be able to just barely get himself out here. And we're seeing RK going back in, gonna use the time walk. Oh, but Agent gonna be able to come forward and throw out the harass. He's gonna fall, turning around, trying to go onto this SF. There's gonna be, again, the Phoenix throwing out the Icarus dive, turning around, throwing out Fire Spirits. But the Horseman coming forward here. He's gonna be able to take down both of them there. We've seen that Lina being able to take down the Templar Assassin, I think. No, which one? Oh, man. Tinker coming back in, gonna be able to take down Bencho. Buyback coming out from the Phoenix. Does not have egg up.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
This Lina's been doing work this game. 9, 2, and 4. Surprised that she hasn't died more considering that they do have a Tinker.
Yeah, especially since that was a position for Lina.
Yeah. And she's even managed to get herself her Ag. She's got the Yule. She's got herself the Aether Lens on top of that. Things are going pretty well for her. Haven't seen any sort of item progression coming out from this Templar Assassin. Gonna see Tinker actually picking up the Tome of Knowledge. Yikes.
He's already 16, I think. To get 16 on that Phoenix. Right clicks on.
And we've got a completed Scotty now coming out for Groovy Tony here. I think that's definitely gonna help. I'm not sure though.
Worried because his beat is already down to 4 seconds.
They've got a smoke over on the Lina here, so they might try to go for something into the jungle. This Weaver's got to turn as Aquila. Ugh, it's driving me crazy. They are going to catch out the Void here. Void coming forward, immediately going to get stunned up. They're going to go ahead, use the Pudge ulti to hold them into place. And now they're ready for high ground, I think, again. They're going to try to go for Megas, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. No,
and I believe the buyback is down on Void, too, right? Let's see. Yeah, he doesn't have a cooldown on buyback, rather. But he does not have enough money. So now is the time for CerDota2 to strike here. They've got a ward up over here for Pudge, so he can try to get that perfect hook.
If this goes in game 2, you have to respect Vandal Pudge. It was just really good.
It's interesting to note, too, they've got 2 Desos on the team. We've got a Deso on TA, and we've got a Deso on Weaver, so I'm not sure if they were thinking about ratting at one point, or not sure why Lena's up in the air. Maybe trying to dodge rockets.
I don't know why RK picked a Deso, especially because TA had one at like minute.
Well, that's why I was wondering if they were going to try to go for some sort of a split push.
What is this Weaver doing with Vitality Boost?
I don't know.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Sunray coming out onto Weaver. He does have the time lapse still available. Pudge hook gonna miss.
Dire's middle tower is under siege.
And we're seeing now that the Faceless Void is back up. He does have Chrono. So they're gonna scatter a little bit. Meanwhile, Wadjet trying his best to keep pushing out these lanes. It's a bit of a stalemate here in the top lane.
Yeah, I think they're gonna wait until either Wise gets a Chrono or Luce gets a hook.
It's one or the other. And I mean, he's got that blink. over on the Faceless Void. Sometimes they've been bunching up, actually, from time to time. I'm surprised he hasn't just gone for it. Guess it's a lot of pressure on the Void here, though, too. Doesn't want to mess it up.
Wise is definitely nervous. I think he really wanted to complete his BKB before he does this, but he's just going to have to go for it.
There is going to come forward. Not going to use the chrono, though. They're going to back off. Honestly, I don't even know if the BKB is worth it at this point. On this Void.
Not.
No, because, I mean, Lena's got Ag, so that's going to go right through. And the TA and the Weaver are doing a ton of damage. Pudge's ultimate, I believe, holds him in place anyways through the BKB. I feel bad for him. It looks like he wants to keep coming in here, but... it's just a really slow siege. I feel like they shouldn't even be able to go high ground here. You know, they've got a Tinker. Tinker's supposed to be really, really hard to walk into. And the hook coming out, gonna be able to catch this Shadow Fiend. Oh no, Shadow Fiend running away for his life is gonna fall here.
Does have buyback.
But I mean, now they can really just go up here and not be too afraid. There's going to be the Chrono coming out onto the Weaver. There's going to be the buyback coming out from the Shadow Fiend as well. Wadjet is actually stuck in this Chrono. Going to throw out some laser rockets, trying to take down Lich. Isn't able to take him down, though, with his combo. I don't know. What do you do on the side of LOL3MID right now?
You really have to look for the positioning. The BKB is not going to do much. I'm sad that Wise built this Void build. Because you really need Wise to be making the plays, because otherwise they're just going to wait for a Luce to make the plays. And now Roche is up, so if Radiant takes this Roche, I think it's just done.
Yeah, they're picking up a smoke too. They're looking to do it. This TA's got her Assault Cuirass completed as well. Like, I'm so concerned that if Wise gets caught out, whether by the hook or whatever, you know, he's just gonna pop. We already saw that, you know, Shadow Fiend's fairly tanky here with the Scotty, but it's just not enough.
They have to make a play on Roche right now. I mean, it's the best bet with the Chrono and the Egg. You have to make a play on Roche or...
And Lena is about to get her day ruined if she's not careful. Yeah, running into all of these heroes. They're a little bit slow on the uptake, though. Didn't actually go in on it. Could have been a free kill. They see that Roche is up. This could be the last battle here.
Both teams now Roche is up.
They're going to be able to take down that ward right away.
Play the vision game, though. If they have the vision.
Lots of vision going up around this Roche pit. They want to be aware, and they want to know exactly when and where these heroes are going to be going in there, because you've got the blink on the Faceless Void, blink on the Shadow Fiend. So if they see them hanging out and they just see them pop off. Meanwhile, on top, Weaver continuing the split push here.
It's crazy how farm this position.
He's going for a heart on the Weaver. That's a little odd. What's your thought on heart on Weaver right now for his item progression? Smoked up over here. Almost popping that smoke with the Weaver. They're doing a scan.
CerDota absolutely just put it out.
And they're being able to take Roche though in the meanwhile, so space created. Roche is gonna fall. It's got cheese as well. Gonna see Pudge picking up the cheese. He's already pretty hard to kill. With that cheese, it's gonna be even harder. And we've got the BKB completed over on Faceless Void now. But again, I just don't think that's going to do enough for him here.
It's like Wise is just, and he popped his BKB on accident.
Oh no!
Wise's build on this Faceless Void is just such a old build. I don't think it's gonna work this patch.
And you see TA has no fear. She's got the Aegis. She's just gonna go run up. Maybe baiting out the Chrono. Trying to bait out as much as possible and have them use it all on her so that way, yep, there comes Void. Void's gonna come forward. You're gonna throw up the Refraction, just kind of back herself out here. Tinker coming forward as well. Gonna use the Veil. Only hitting the Veil on the TA though. Again, throwing everything out onto her. Gonna pop that Aegis. Unable to bait out the Chrono. Coming forward again. There's the Chrono being baited out. They're gonna be able to take Wise out of that Chrono though. Immediately lock him down. Gonna be able to wipe him up too. And here comes the Lich ulti doing a ton of bouncing, but then there's the Phoenix ulti coming out as well. And we're seeing that Weaver trying his best, gonna be able to take it down, hopefully. Nope, it's not gonna be enough. It's gonna go and pop. And Alicia's gonna get stunned as well as 3 other members of the team. Are still gonna be able to take out that Lion though, and the hook coming out again onto the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend's in a lot of trouble, although the Pudge is gonna get popped. Buybacks coming out from the Lion, chasing after the Weaver here. They're able to defend one part of the Rax. They've just got 1 Rax left though. And they're gonna lose their mid towers. They've lost one of their mid towers here. They almost have an open throne.
Radiant gets Megas, there's no way Dire.
And Weaver could pick up this Heart of Trask right now if he felt like it. He would not have the buyback though, if he did it.
Despite what we were saying earlier.
You're cutting out, Nine. And you're really quiet.
Oh, I am? Like in Discord or am I...
I don't know if it's the storm that's coming through your neck of the woods, but you keep cutting out too.
Yeah, I can see I keep cutting out in the game.
And we actually do see an E-Blade over on this Tinker. I don't think the E-Blade... I'm not sure about that E-Blade. I might have rather seen a Sheep Stick to deal with like the TA or the Weaver here. Phoenix actually picked himself up a Maelstrom. I'm guessing he's gonna be trying to push out the waves the best that he can. Not usually something that you pick up on a Phoenix. But I guess when you're in dire straits.
They're preparing to defend against Mega Creeps because they have no other option.
Pudge has himself his Ags too now. Heart completed up and over on the Weaver. He does not have buyback though because of this purchase, so needs to be really careful here. Although all the lanes are pretty much pushed in. So even if they take out the Weaver, I don't think they're going to be able to push that fast. I'm surprised they're not hunting the Tinker. I guess with scan up now, it makes it a little bit more difficult. But I mean, you can only scan once, how many minutes? 4.5? Because if you just camp where the waves are getting pushed out, you'll be able to grab the Weaver. Or not the Weaver, I'm sorry, the Tinker. Well, that's one less hero that you have to deal with. Because it doesn't even look like Weaver's... not sorry, I keep saying Weaver, I'm sorry. Tinker is... okay, so you can see Wise coming forward here. Gonna throw out the Chrono, gonna be able to grab the Weaver here. Again, he does not have the buyback, and they're using everything on him. The hook's gonna come out, it's gonna save him, and now we're seeing Shadow Fiend throwing out the ult. He's not gonna really connect with anyone here, trying to turn around onto the Lich. The bounces are gonna come out here, and Wise is gonna get just totally erased. Phoenix got the egg up. Oh, we're gonna lose Lion. Just 2 hits coming out from Weaver, trying to back themselves out here. Here comes the Tinker. He's used the E-Blade over onto the Punch. Punch is just so tanky. He's gonna be alright. Turning around, the stun's gonna land over onto Wadjet. Wadjet's gonna fall. He's chasing after Pink Tops here. There's gonna be the hook. Gonna be able to take him out. And now Shadow Fiend is the only one left standing. There's the GG call from Pink Tops. in game number 1 of the series, I'm gonna go over to CerDota2. What a game. And my game's gonna freeze. Whoops. There we go. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I think I have to push the talking game. How do I change that?
You can change that over on the party settings, but I'm just gonna close this out. We'll be right back with game number 2, guys. Stick around. Alright guys, welcome back. This is game number 2 of the Learn Dota 2 Spring League LOL3MID versus CerDota2. First game in the series went to CerDota2 with some really sick pudge plays. I'm your caster Moxie. I'll be casting this game over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/LittleMissMoxie if you want to join Twitch chat. I'm joined today with my co-caster IceNine, and looks like we're getting right into the draft here. So again, we're going to see the OD ban and the Invoker ban as well. I'm sorry, what was that, Nine?
No, I was just going to say that there's a huge thunderstorm going through the Midwest right now, so hopefully I don't cut out as much this game.
Hopefully lightning doesn't strike your house and your house doesn't light on fire. We'll keep our fingers crossed for you.
Exactly.
Fine,
so
right?
we're going to see that Lich ban. They don't want to be up against that Lich mid that was stacked so much again.
That was actually surprisingly efficient. You know, I was really concerned that TA wasn't going to be able to get enough levels with the dual mid, but Lich, again, being buffed with that sacrifice on the range creep made it possible. They don't want to see the Phoenix, though, either, over on the side of CerDota2. So no more Pink Top's Phoenix. Well, does that mean he'll get one of his other heroes through that he really wants to play?
Yeah, they do really value the Phoenix on LOL3MID, whether it's Phoenix or whether it's Pink Top's playing it as the 4 role or whether it's Wise playing it as the 3. I prefer to see Wise play it as the 3, but they absolutely love that hero, so it's a good ban.
Well, again, a lot of people just, they don't expect the amount of damage to come out of Sunray that it does, especially at level 1. The damage is just ridiculous. With the right laning combo, you could repeatedly get kills over and over and over. I was gonna be an Asian Dazzle!
Radiance pick.
And actually, I was looking at Asian stats the other day. Asian is one of the top 300 Dazzle players in the world right now, so.
So you heard it here, folks. Ban the Dazzle when you're up against.
So I would be scared against the Asian Dazzle.
That sounds racist. Just gonna throw that out there right now. Are you okay against the Caucasian Dazzles?
Oh, and there is absolutely the disruptor from Betcho. That was gonna come through.
Well, it's either that or they let the OD or the Lich get by. So, I think they're really concerned about that Lich messing up their laning phase.
Seconds to go.
Yeah, Bencho has almost 200 games on Disruptor. He absolutely destroys on this hero. I think that LOL3MID is really just letting CerDota get their favorite heroes through.
Oh my god, the Axe pickup, the Wombo combo. Axe blinks in, gets the call off, throws out that Blade Mail, which has been buffed, and Disruptor throws everything else on top of him. That's scary right there.
I agree. I think he's gonna have a hard time in lane, though. I think Asian Dazzle is gonna keep him out of the lane.
I think also, though, by picking up the Axe, it ensures that LOL3MID doesn't pick up the Axe Dazzle and then cuts all your waves. Granted, there's a lot of heroes now in the meta, one of them being Viper, that got buffed, can easily deal with that combination just by kiting. But I don't think they necessarily want to go for that. And again, the Disruptor Axe combo is just really, really nice. But again, it all comes down to positioning. I wonder if we're going to see the Pudge again, or if they're going to ban it.
Yeah, I don't know who on CerDota is going to play that Axe. It might be a Luce.
I can't play Axe. I get this feeling like I am never going to die, and I put myself in very bad situations because I get really excited. I'm like, guys, look, I caught 4 of them, and none of my team is near me, and I die. I feed. I'm not allowed to play Axe.
I think that
Pink Top Spirit Breaker.
Radiant team ban.
We're going with some comfort picks here, man. He's gonna get glimpsed back, though. I'm very concerned about that.
Ten seconds to go.
I think we really need to see something that Wadjet is comfortable with in mid this game. He really needs to shine because his Tinker was so slow last game.
Again, I think that if he had gone for more of an early March build, that would have made the lane work out a lot better for him. Because, yeah, it would keep it pushed, but it would also, you know, cause problems for the TA, and it would ensure that he's getting the farm that he needed. Lifestealer ban. Are we going to see, like, an Enchantress or something? That's... Oh, they don't want to see the Space Cow delivering a Lifestealer bomb. That's what it is there.
10 seconds to go.
My favorite is the IO Lifestealer bomb.
5 seconds.
Nothing like, oh, look at this poor little IO, and then blah! Lifestealer coming out, killing everyone. It's great.
I also think this game we're going to see Groovy Tony, or accepted. He's going to get just a farm-heavy hero and just farm and ignore his team.
I would almost wonder if we're going to see a Spectre just for global ganks. That would make it very difficult, though, depending on where they're putting the axe. But, I mean, that is an option.
Seconds to go.
And they banned out the
5
TA here, too, over on
seconds.
LOL3MID. Another respect ban, I guess.
Reserve time.
Yeah, that TA just got too much done last game.
Dire team ban.
Slark ban, Silencer ban.
Radiance pick.
Silencer being the anti-fun, making it so you can't play Dota 2. Just run around in circles, trying to hit things.
Ten seconds to go. 5
And the Jakiro pickup here. Okay, I guess they're looking for like macro pyre on top of everything else, plus the bit of push from the liquid fire.
Yeah, I'm going to guess that's an Oso hero.
Ten seconds to go. 5 seconds.
They're still taking their time over here on LOL3MID. Gonna go with the Timber Saw here.
Radiance pick.
Yeah, Wise has been playing a lot of Timber this new patch. Since the patch came out, he's been practicing Timber. That's not too surprising. Although there is a lot of lockdown and there's a glimpse. So
there's a
it's kinda
silence
scary.
too. There's a massive silence. I don't like that at all, personally.
5
Yeah,
seconds.
that is a scary Timber Saw pick, but I think Wise is just comfortable with it, so they're going
Okay.
to go with it.
Reserve
Well, I'm
time.
hoping that he's able to maneuver it around enough where it's not going to become an issue. I do love me some Timber Saw, but I'm not sure that's a great pickup here.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams are just trying to figure out this new patch, and who knows what we'll see from Timber, but I am worried with what CerDota has drafted, that Timber Saw is going to get shut down pretty easily.
I'm a little surprised that we haven't seen anyone try to pick up, like, the Viper with the new buffs to him. I know he's not the most fun hero to play, but he does cause a lot of problems for Axe being able to kite, especially if you pick up, you know, I've been seeing the Scotty or Mask of Madness on a Viper, and the Slow coming out. And it's pretty much guaranteed to win his lane with all the other power moves. I mean, DP's still left in the pool. She did get a big nerf to her Spirit Siphon, but still a good mid-hero. Although you definitely don't want to pick her up over on the side of CerDota2 because you're going to have that Spirit Breaker coming in for ganks. Although, never mind, they don't care. They don't care that Pink Top Spirit Breaker probably going to be charging a lot, so I'm guessing their supports are going to be ready to respond to any sort of ganks. That's another silence. Timber is in
10 seconds.
not a
to
good
go.
position here at all.
Yeah, I think they drafted Timber a little too greedily, a little too early.
And there's a Clinks pickup though here. Is that going to be a mid Clinks or do you think it's going to be a farming Clinks?
That will be a Wadjet mid Clinks. I think they will take Sven for Groovy Tony.
Hmm.
10 seconds to go.
Not sure I like the Sven in this
5
lineup.
seconds.
I'm not sure either, but I think that Groovy Tony wanted to play Sven with the Echo Lance today.
Okay. Still not sure I like this Sven.
I mean, I could be completely wrong, but he was practicing Sven today with the Echo Lance, and
they're lacking so much lockdown over on the side of LOL3MID. I think the Chaos Knight was a good ban coming out from CerDota2 because, you know, with all the Chaos Knight illusions plus the Dazzle heal bomb on top of that, chakrams and things. I don't.
They need to blow up the DP right away, and the one thing that Sven does offer, especially with Clinks, is you can just blow up the DP.
True. She doesn't have very good escapes. In fact, she has no escapes really built into her kit. She's got the Yules later on, but I don't know.
And she might have enough of a team surrounding her that she might not just blow up right away, because everyone can help her out.
Well, my concern is that they go on Death Prophet, they throw out, you know, the stun, and they come running in. Axe blinks in on top of them, gets the call off, plus the Disruptor ulti coming out, and then the Jakiro throwing out the Macro Pyre. Like,
Alright, let's see if I'm right. Let's see if this is going to be Sven.
I mean, a Jug wouldn't be the worst here. But they don't have great wave clear either. I mean, they've got Clinks for towers, but there's not... Okay, there's the Sven pickup.
Yep.
Radiance pick.
I'm a bit nervous for LOL3MID here. And then what do they go for CerDota2 here for their hard carry? Do they go with something like a Jug?
5 seconds.
Drow Ranger.
Drow Ranger.
Interesting.
I guess everybody wants to try out all the new items here. That's... Oh man, that's kind of funny. So what, we're expecting to see, what is it, the Bloodthorn over on the Clinks, a Echo Saber on the Sven, and then the Hurricane Lance over on Drow Ranger.
Yeah, and we're going to see immediately some DCs, but before the DCs, we're going to see Asian TP mid and place that mid ward again before anyone can even see it.
He needs to be careful with this because they're going to eventually get wise to him. And they're just going to immediately counter with the sentry. But anyways, let's introduce the teams to you while we're waiting for everyone to reconnect here. This is the Learn Dota 2 Spring League. This is game number 2, CerDota2 versus LOL3MID. First game of the series went to CerDota2. I'm your caster, Moxie. I'm joined with my co-caster, IceNine, and we're going to get right into the game here. It looks like, again, seeing Asian, he is going to TP, but he's actually not going to place it over in mid this time. He's going to go ahead and place it over near the rune spot on the Radiant side, and Alush going to make sure that he blocks this camp using his Observer as well. And we haven't introduced the teams. Do you want to introduce CerDota2?
Sure, I'll introduce them. So we have Bencho on the Disruptor, which I'm very excited to see since he mains Disruptor. Aluche is going to be playing our offlane Axe. Oso is going to be playing a support Jakiro. Horseman is going to be playing our mid DP, and RK is going to be that Drow Ranger in the safe lane.
And we're all smoked up over here on the Dire side. This is LOL3MID. We've got Groovy Tony on the Sven. We've got Pink Top's going to be playing that Spirit Breaker. Wadjet will be playing our Clinks, and we're already seeing them engage. They're coming over here, trying to take out the Drow Ranger. Gonna put out the stun. Lots of damage shooting around. Gonna throw out the silence. I'm not sure it's going to be enough though. Poison Touch coming out from the Dazzle, and Wadjet's going to be able to secure himself that first blood, get a nice start off to his mid lane here. And he's going to be able to get this rune, so everything's turning up Millhouse for him.
Battle begins.
And on top lane, of course, we've got Wise, who will be playing the Timbersaw. So unlike the first game, where it took like, what, 8 minutes for the first blood to happen? We saw first blood right off the bat here.
Yeah, and it's an interesting pick. They're going to put the Timbersaw up in the safe lane against the Axe. I think that's the right call, and then they're going to tri-lane their off lane.
It's going to be a little rough for Sven just because it is the... it does have three ranged here. But I guess Drow has to be really, really careful with her positioning because they will just try to go on her and repeatedly murder her. The healing coming up from the Dazzle should help a lot too, though. Although he's opted to go for the level 1 Poison Touch because of that First Blood gank. And that will cause a lot of problems for this Disruptor. Yeah, we're seeing that Asian is going to throw out the Poison Touch right off the bat here.
Yeah, Poison Touch is such a low cooldown, pretty inexpensive.
Bencho is getting so low here. If he comes forward again, they might want to opt to go for like a stun and try to kill him. I love doing like a Poison Touch build. People make fun of me for it. They say that it's not the best and I'm too aggressive. The cage is going to come out though here from the Disruptor. Stun going to come out though. Poison Touch coming forward and Pink Top's going to go ahead and charge. Immediately going to get silenced back though, and I think he should have waited on that charge. I think they would have gotten a kill if he had waited just a little bit longer. And Disruptor burning through his region though.
Yeah, but you see Pencho and his Disruptor, he knows exactly how this hero's played. He knows to play it to a T.
And we're gonna see Pink Tops hanging out over here by the rune. It's a regen rune. Perfect, so they've got really nice control of the runes here. Gonna be denying that for the Death Prophet. And she's almost out of regen now. She's only got 2 Fairy Fires and she's not that close to that bottle yet. Meanwhile, on bottom, seeing the charge come out onto Bencho. We're going to see the Silence coming out. Again, Poison Touch coming forward. The Silence are going to be able to get the kill. Turning around onto this Drow Ranger. Drow Ranger's in a lot of trouble. She doesn't have the Silence. We're seeing Jakiro trying to save his Drow Ranger. It looks like they're just going to back off, though. Meanwhile, on top, we see that Axe has completed his Tranquil Boots here. But Wise doing a great job on this Timber Saw, leading in the CS with 10 and 2. 11 and 2 actually at the top. Those stacks of reactive armor too are just so good for Timber. Meanwhile on bottom again, trying to go onto Pink Tops. Pink Tops is in a lot of trouble. I think he's gonna fall here. And we are gonna see him get cleaned up by that Disruptor. Drow very, very low, gonna have to use herself. A lot of action here on this bot lane. Surprised that no one has picked up a stick, considering that Jakiro's probably just gonna be spamming his Liquid Fire on them. Again, seeing that
I think Liquid Fire counts for a magic stick charge.
I think it does. I'm pretty sure that I've gotten stick charges off of it.
I don't know. I'm gonna look that up because I think that's orb.
Ooh, meanwhile, top lane, Wise taking a lot of harass from this this Axe here. Does have Timber Chain though, should be able to get away, although he's got that Battle Hunger on him. I'm not sure. Oh, they're gonna be going for diving. Wise isn't gonna make it out. He's trying to get his way for the trees and we're seeing, oh, he's gonna be able to take down Axe! What a player.
Yeah, great job by Wise there. Just juking in the trees, knowing how his hero works, hitting the Whirling Death, eating the mango. Great play.
Gonna be able to get himself those mana booties too. Meanwhile, in mid, we're seeing Spirit Siphon coming out onto Wadjet here. Wadjet trying his best to get away. There's going to be the charge coming in, though. Pink Top's going to be able, and they're going to be able to clean up the Death Prophet, but we're going to lose the Clinks at the same time. Oh, Death Prophet going to be able to take down Clinks before he took down DP here. And we're going to see Wise going to have to TP himself out now that Axe is back in the lane.
And Moxie, I did check. Liquid Fire is an orb, so it will not span wand charges.
Top tower is under attack.
For some reason I thought it did. Must have been the dual breath getting thrown onto me constantly.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
That's a great harass technique. Dual breath plus the Drow Ranger Aura.
Oh yeah.
Wadjet's
he's looking for it. They've got, yeah, they're going onto this oh, they're gonna turn around though, try to go after the, yeah, they're gonna be able to clean up Jakiro, and they're still chasing after the Drow Ranger down here. There's a lot of people down here. The cage coming up, gonna be able to keep her alive, and Pink Top's in a lot of trouble. He's probably gonna fall here. He does have the stick. Is not gonna be able to make it out though. And they're still diving here. They're trying to go after RK so badly. Need to be careful. They're taking a lot of harass from the tower. Again, the Disruptor play is coming forward. Wadjet trying to get that vision. Almost has the vision onto this. Yeah. gonna be able to take down the Drow Ranger, and we're seeing Lucius come down here. He's gonna be able to grab the Clinks though, and Clinks is gonna fall.
That's just not worth it.
That was too much of a dive. That was way too greedy.
Yeah, it's really hard to die the T1 towers now that they give that armor aura.
We're seeing the charge come out onto Death Prophet here. She does have her level 6, opted to pick it up early. Probably going to be going for pushing towers. And Spirit Siphon immediately coming out to Pink Tops. Pink Tops is going to have to just run himself away here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And it looks like they're thinking about pushing because Drow picking up her Aquila has it turned on.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
Meanwhile, top lane, lots of space for the Sven. Going to be able to do a little bit of casual farming here. DP making her way top though. Looks like she's going to turn around. And they've actually swapped out lanes now. We're seeing that Wise has opted to come bottom now. He does have Chakram, he does have a Soul Ring and the Mana Boot, so he's going to be able to put a lot of harass onto this Drow.
Yeah, I think that
and
was
the charge is
smart,
coming
dude.
in mid. Gonna see Pink Toes. They're actually not gonna go on it though. Although watch it getting into position here, thinking about it. Gonna turn around, use the strafe onto the Death Prophet. Death Prophet trying to use the illusions. Is gonna fall though. Nice burst damage coming out from Wadjet here. And Axe, oh, the heal bomb coming out though from Asian. Gonna be turning around, there's gonna be the stun onto the Axe. He's getting a lot of these procs off though. And we're seeing Pink Tops, he's gonna charge in, he's gonna back off though with this TP, and the TP is actually gonna get cancelled out here. Probably Alush saying, I'm fine, don't even bother, just stay bottom.
I think it was smart though to give Wise a bunch of levels early top by himself, because now he's down here against a tri-lane, and Temper excels against tri-lanes, especially low level heroes, intel heroes.
Top lane,
like
they're going
this.
on Alush. It looks like Alush is in a lot of trouble. He's gonna be able to get the call out. There's gonna be the stun coming out though from the Pink Tops, and except he's gonna be able to clean up. Needs to be careful though. He's gonna die to the tower if he's not careful. There's a shallow grave coming out from Asian.
Dire's structures have been fortified.
Ghosts are being used bottom here.
Dire's bottom tower is under siege. Radiant's middle tower is under siege.
Drow taking a lot of damage. We're gonna see that Pink Tops is gonna go in for the charge here.
Dire's
Tower's gonna go, and RK is gonna go TP himself home, and the charge is gonna get cancelled.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Watch has actually opted to pick up a Blightstone here, so it's gonna be going for that Deso.
Yeah, Watch is having much more comfortable game. This is much more in his element. I think Clinks is much more a Wadjet hero than a Tinker.
And we're gonna see Pink Tops come running in here, knows that the Death Prophet's ultimate is down. Gonna be using her Spirit Siphon, but we're gonna see Wadjet TP, or not even TPing, but coming around, trying to strafe, burn her down. There's a nice bash coming off from the Spirit Breaker, gonna be able to burn her. And Pink Top's gonna be able to secure that kill. Nice play there. Bit of a push coming out on top. Drow has opted to come up. We're seeing 2 TPs though, so she needs to be really careful.
So last game we had 1 kill at this time, and this game we have 14 kills at this time.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
You know, I was concerned about, you know, the Sven pickup here, but with the Drow pickup, I think it's so good. If he gets a blink on that Sven, he can just immediately erase her.
Is under siege.
Actually, what Tony's been practicing today, and I expect him to do, is go Helm into a Shadow Blade.
I'm seeing Pink Tops over here. He's got an Invis Rune. Gonna be doing some scouting. Needs to be careful he doesn't get too close to this tower, though. Sitting right on the line here. And now they're gonna see him behind the tower. He's gonna go forward, gonna go immediately onto Drow. There's gonna be the ice coming out, and the stun's gonna come out on top of that. And trying to turn around over here. Drow Ranger trying to run away. Getting burned down, though. Pink Tops is gonna fall. Drow's gonna be able to get back here. And we're seeing that the, no, gonna be able to take you down, but we're gonna lose the stun in the process. Nice TP coming out from DP here. Nice use of the Spirit Siphon.
Yeah,
And Agent is just gonna run himself away like, nope, no thank you. Gonna take this creep.
We actually saw Asian misclick the Shallow Grave. He meant to click it onto the Spirit Breaker. He meant to click it onto...
Ooh, the glimpse coming back! And we're seeing Asian is caught now in this cage, trying to get himself out. Does not have the Shallow Grave for himself. He's got stick charges. It's not going to be enough, though. He's going to fall to the Crypt Swarm. However, in mid, watch it. Using that space, going to be able to take down that mid tower.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And this tower is going to get taken down really quickly with this liquid fire. They don't even need ghosts for it.
Is being attacked. Dire's top tower has been destroyed. Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
Meanwhile, Timber's gonna chase away this axe here. They're pinging him out. They're gonna have some rotations coming out here. Seeing the
Charge.
Jakiro coming.
There's a charge on the axe bomb.
Yep. And more TPs coming in here for this tower. I'm gonna see Bencho coming in. Poor Asian, he's so broke.
He doesn't mind it though. He's such a great support player. It's incredible how selfish he is.
I'm surprised at the lack of sentries. Like, I would have thought they'd want to have a lot of sentries up with this Clanks here. Although there's one. Okay, there's one sentry over here. And there's one over in the usual spot. They are going to spot him out here. They know that there's a ward as well. And Watch is going to have to move himself out. So right now, all the Radiant heroes in bottom lane. Meanwhile, top lane, seeing Sven keeping up with his farm here. And Timber's a little low on mana. I think they don't want to really fight into this at this moment. I haven't seen much item progression on many of these heroes, though.
Yeah, you're right. Watch it though. He's having such a change around game. Last game he was like 4th to the bottom on net worth, and this game he's 1st. You just see when Wadget's on a hero that he's good with, he just is able to accomplish so much.
It looks like he's gonna go and backdoor this tower. Although there's no backdoor protection on tier 1s anyway, so it'll be an easy tower for him to grab. Meanwhile, everyone else is in mid. We're seeing the TPs come out now. Timbersault's got full mana. They do have ghosts available, which could provide, if they get a good axe initiation. He doesn't have Link though yet, so there's the silence coming out. There's going to be ghosts coming out as well. They don't have the detection though for going after Clinks. Just going to go ahead, focus on this tower, throwing out the macro pyre, trying to make it difficult for them to TP in, and they should be able to take this pretty easily. Although the fort's coming out, we're seeing Pinktops just run in with his face, gonna immediately try to run himself back out, but there's this ultimate coming out, gonna be able to clean up the Drow Ranger. Nice ultimate getting dropped by Bencho here, seeing all of them caught in the static storm, and we're seeing, again, Pinktop's gonna have to run away here. Y's gonna get shallowed up. Asian turning around, trying to heal up his team, got the Timbersaw out, and Watch it's gonna get frozen up though. Turning out the cage again, and we're seeing the chakra come out. It's going to be able to clean up the Jakiro. Bencho's going to fall. The only person who's still alive is Axe. Axe barely making it out there. And they still have their tower, although I'm pretty sure they're going to go ahead and deny this. Nice plays coming out from LOL3MID here.
And I actually wondered, you know, earlier today, we had accepted or Groovy Tony, he was going Shadow Blade, but with the Clinks on his team, I wonder if he skips Shadow Blade and just goes Blink and BKB.
Well, they're not doing a lot with sentries, although I think that's going to change fairly soon. I also love the fact that Asian's picked himself up a Blightstone here. Does that build into Medallion now? Is that how that works? I'm not fully up to date with all the builds now.
The Blightstone does do Medallion.
I wanted a Dazzleator.
Yeah. Also, you do see that CerDota is picking up sentries. You even see RK on the Drow Ranger picking up sentries.
Well, I think that's really important because they definitely didn't have the detection last time around and they paid for it.
I think their draft is definitely a timed draft with the Drow Ranger.
Well, they're going to get out-carried. You know, they've got a Sven, they've got a Clinks over on the side of LOL3MID, and really the only hard carry they have is this Drow Ranger. Wave coming out, it's going to connect on a lot of them here.
Oh, and Waj is coming right into a sentry.
Yep, needs to be so careful. I think they realize it, though, the second that they all started chasing him around. So I'm sure we'll see that get dewarded by Asian very quickly. He still has another sentry on him.
That was really bad of RK to rag-click the Clinks and give away their sentry position.
And they spot him up over here. Turning around, though, and Osa's going to pay for this. throwing out the macro pyre. There's going to be the stun, standing directly in it, but there's the... Oh, they're going to miss with the cage and the ultimate, unfortunately. And Jakiro trying to run away here. Asian's going to be able to throw the shallow grave up, try to save himself, turning around. Lots of damage coming out from these ghosts, though, and the Spirit Siphon. They are able to take down the DP, though, and now Illusion in a lot of trouble. He popped the Blade Mail, but it's just not in time. And again, we're seeing 4 heroes over on the side of CerDota2 getting wiped. This is such a drastically different game from last game.
Yeah, these two teams just want to go head-to-head this game, and honestly, that was a great play by Asian. He was down to nothing. He was juking in a tree with his shallow grave, and he backed up to hit a weave on his team to keep them alive during the DP ultimate.
Radiant structures have been fortified. Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
They're gonna force him off this tower here. Glimpse coming out though, gonna be able to grab Pink Tops. Pink Tops uses talent stuff. He knows he's not getting out of this. He's just trying to fight his way here. And he is gonna fall, but the rest of his team is gonna be able to just move their cells off.
Yeah, that T2 +3 armor aura is just really good. It's really hard to push into T2s now.
I had a moment here because I was looking at Groovy Tony's items, and it's the Quarterstaff and the Ogre Club, and I was like, why is he building a Dragon Lance? And then I remembered they reworked that. Meanwhile, trying to go on mid, should be able to take this tower. Surprised that no one denied it. And again, seeing the charge come out onto Drow range, it looks like she's going to be the focus. There's going to be the signs coming out and a glimpse. And Watch is actually going to get frozen up immediately. Hunger coming out onto him. But Oso's in a lot of trouble here. And Watch is just standing in this macro pyre. Oh, beautiful ultimate coming out from the Disruptor. Going to be able to catch 2 of these heroes, silence them out. But again, we're seeing Wise. Wise chasing after this axe. He wants him. He's got no way to really catch him, though. Here comes Dazzle. Dazzle coming forward. He's got the Poison Touch. There's going to be the charge coming out on top of that. Watch is turning around. They're trying to take... Oh, they're going to be able to just knock him off of that TP. He is not getting out of that. Oh, no. Poor Axe. And again, like we were saying, it seems like...
We're going to see...
What's that?
We're going to see the Echo Saber on Sven.
Ooh, that's really exciting. I think that that's such a good pickup. And again, DP just 2 forward here. Gonna be able to use herself up. They're gonna throw out the cage. It's gonna be the Ice gonna go ahead and send them down. And Pink Tops, though, they're still chasing after. Gonna be able to take them down. I'm just gonna say, though, this is, you know, the beauty of this draft with the comfort heroes. You know, Pink Tops, comfort hero being Spirit Breakers, seeing Wadjet on that Clinks. And then, of course, Asian, you know, we talked about him being a very excellent Dazzle player.
Top 300 Dazzle player.
And they're just being really, really smart about these engagements. They've got really comfortable playstyle, I guess, together using these heroes as well. And we're really seeing that shine through on this particular game.
Exactly. On paper, you wouldn't think that LOL3MID's draft is that great, but these are their comfort heroes, and these are what they like to play.
And poor RK he's actually shut off his Ring of Aquila. He needs to turn that back on. And he's going just for a straight up, you know, trying to get that Yasha. It's been taking him a long time to get it, though. Disruptor hasn't even finished his mech. Axe still, you know, he's opted to go for the Blade Mail here. Doesn't have a blink yet. I mean, the blink's gonna help a lot, I have a feeling, but they're really far ahead over on the side of LOL3MID. In fact, we're seeing all 3 of the cores on the side of LOL3MID sitting at about 8k gold. Sven's sitting at 7k. Next closest is DP at 5k, and then she's followed up really closely by the Spirit Breaker on top of that, so...
I'm curious on
Look at these graphs! Oh my gosh! Go ahead and open the draft for the team net worth. We're seeing a 10k gold lead for LOL, and then a 12,000 difference in XP lead. I think at this point, this is not looking good for CerDota at all. Like you said, they're on a time limit here. And Drow has not been snowballing.
Yeah, with the Drow draft, you're always on a time limit, which is unfortunate. But also, CerDota didn't stick with their comfort heroes. The only person on a comfort hero on their team is Bencho, and he has his Disruptor, which is doing all right, but they're not even worried about it. They're not even picking up BKBs. You see Groovy Tony going for an Echo Saber, just not worried about it at all.
And we've lost Oso, unfortunately. Yeah, you know, we were talking about with the Drow pickup, you know, picking up the Blink Dagger on the Sven would be a really key item here, but they haven't even needed to. They've just been really smart with the way that their Clinks is playing. They're making sure that he's kind of, you know, kiting around the edges, showing up at, like, the right moment after Pink Tops is initiated, and you've got Asian sitting far back, making sure he's throwing out the heals, the weaves, everything you need there. It's just, it's working out really well. What I'm most surprised about, though, is definitely Wise's Timber Saw here, because by all rights, he should not be doing this well, considering the amount of silence they have.
No, on paper, that Timber Saw should be total garbage, but it's a comfort hero, and he's making it look great.
Well, it's not even necessarily a comfort hero, because you said he just started learning him.
No, he knows how to play him. It's just he's been playing him the most since the new patch came out yesterday, right?
I was about to say, the new patch just came out.
So I'm curious what Groovy Tony goes next. I know Groovy Tony is such a greedy player, and he's not at all concerned right now about this Disruptor ult. I think he's going to go for this Shadow Blade.
Man, this Echo Saber on Sven is ridiculous. We're seeing that they're smoked up, though. They're going to be running into everyone, though. This is not good for, Oh,
They're
man.
just gonna
They need
miss him.
Axe. They need Axe.
And both scans are available.
Yeah, but they're going to be
there's a
running into
scan.
the entire team if they do this, and they don't have their entire team. I'm very concerned about this. Looks like they're going to miss him, though, like you said. That's good. I think partially why this Timbersaw is doing so well is he had an excellent laning stage. Because he was only against the Axe, and I think he was able to take him down. Yeah, he was able to do really nice a play there earlier. They're gonna go in, they're gonna be able to take Roche. I'm guessing they're gonna throw this onto the Clinks, I think. Clinks or Sven. I feel like Clinks is a little bit squishier, and it's probably better to be on him. And they're pinging out. And it's actually going to go onto the Sven here. And he's got the blink. Okay, that makes sense. If Sven's going to go in there with the blink and he's going to initiate, then they should definitely have the Aegis. Meanwhile, Watch can just run around on the outsides and pick off people while they're trying to dump everything onto Sven.
Oh, and it looks like Watch is going to go for the Bloodthorn.
I'd be surprised if he didn't, honestly. It's such a good item for Clinks. It's like made for Clinks and Wind Ranger, honestly.
Yeah, it is a beautiful item on the Wind Ranger right now.
Oh gosh, everyone is scribbling all over the map. I believe that is Pink Top's doing that.
Yeah, that's just Pink Top's having a little fun.
Yep. I feel like it'd be really good on Quap too. I'm excited to see some Quap games, especially with the new in-game.
Yeah, I've been seeing actually Quap go safe lane and get Bloodthorn, and it has been really, really good.
And Sven just going right forward here. He's got the Aegis. He's not afraid. However, they don't have the full team, so I think they should probably maybe back off just a little bit. Wait for Clinks to get in position here. Although Dazzle standing by, we'll have all of those heals up and running for them. I'd like to see Dazzle pick up an Aether Lens so he can just position himself even further back and still be able to get all of the spells that he needs off. And they're going to immediately spot out this forward here. They do have a sentry down.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I don't think Asian will ever be able to afford Aether Lens. He's so unselfish of a player. He's just going to buy the wards.
And, oh, we're going to see just right immediately. Nice play coming out from this gun. That's what I was talking about. And he's still coming forward here. We're seeing the ghost come out. Timbersaw's going to be able to use himself up into the air, get around this macro fire. Turning back around onto Oso. Going to be able to take Oso down, I think. And they're still chasing after. Oh, that stun coming out, though. Grippy probably's going to fall, but Timbersaw's going to be able to clean up. Silence coming out on him, able to clean up that Death Prophet as well. And that is 5 heroes over on the side of CerDota2 that have just been erased from the game.
That Timbersaw has 25 Bloodstone charges now. Why is this Timbersaw just going insane?
And they lost the Sven during that fight, but they still have Everyone else here, Dazzle's throwing out all the heals. They've got the Clinks, he's got Strafe, he's got the Death Cell. Should be able to just melt down this tower. And again, Pinktop just running forward, trying to go over onto bench. Just gonna get silenced up immediately. And why is deep? They're just diving way too deep here. I do not like this. This is way too greedy.
Even if Wise dies, he insta respawns and bots back in.
Well, it's a good thing because it looks like he's in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah, he's just gonna distract, let his team get the racks maybe.
But meanwhile, Alusha's got both of them. Like, he's able to dunk the Clinks. It's gonna fall, though. Nah, I don't think that was a play. I think that was just too... And Spirit Breaker has an Echo Saber, too. I think we're getting a little clowny now.
I mean, I think they should have just gone for the racks. Wise was buying him so much space, and he had that 25 Bloodstone charges. He was just going to boss right back in.
Well, that wasn't no, that wasn't the problem, though. The problem was that some of the heroes went over following the Timbersaw, but the Axe just jumped forward. He went completely just eyes on the prize, went for that Clinks and the Spirit Breaker, and almost managed to take both of them down, honestly. That wasn't necessarily the fact that they weren't trying to hit the racks, they were, but the Axe just went in at the right moment and got the call off. He's got the Blink Dagger.
Yeah, he did have to spend a buyback for that play, though, on the Axe.
Pinktop's actually picking up a Shadow Blade. Again, I'm not crazy about the Echo Saber on the Spirit Breaker. And it looks like we're going to see a BKB coming out for Timbersaw. He has the Ogre Club. Could also be going for an Axe, but I think the BKB is more important just because of the silences. It's really the only thing that's been causing him a lot of grief. And again, on bottom, we're going to lose Bencho. Space created. Able to push up that wave right to the top tower, and they're chasing now. Seeing Pinktop's coming in, looking for the charge, gonna go right onto this DP. They've got the sentry ward, gonna be able to just clean her up. And again, that Echo Saber. Chopping her down.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
So I think this time it's eyes on the prize for the side of LOL3MID. I don't think they're gonna dive this time. I hope they're not gonna dive this time. Looks like they're just waiting for creeps. No catapult with this wave. They might wait for the next one. Nope, but they're just gonna go right in here. They've got a sentry ward so they can spot out the Clinks, and they're gonna immediately give away that there's a sentry ward. There's a wave coming out, and we're gonna see Pinktop just running in, trying to go onto this Drow Ranger, putting a bunch of damage down, and it's gonna miss his call here. And they're just focusing on the racks this time. I think that's really, really smart. Turning around, Silence is coming out onto this Timbersaw. He should be fine, though. He's got a Yules on top of that. Spirit Siphon coming in. They're able to just clean up this entire bottom row here. I think that was much better. I think they needed to just focus.
Yeah, that was definitely the smart play coming out from LOL3MID.
And this poor Drow. Like, Drow's going for a Shadow Amulet now. That's not good. Drow is supposed to be one of their major damage dealers, and she's going for a Shadow Amulet.
Well, you see Drow is now bottom 4 on net worth, so it's really sad to see a safe lane Drow be absolutely nothing.
Well, you know, I've been hearing a lot of people talking about how Drow is going to be so good, you know, that Hurricane Lance just doing so much not damage, but like setting her up really well. But again, you have to keep in mind, Drow, very squishy hero and very situational.
Yeah, I think that tri lane at the beginning accomplished what you want to see from a tri lane. Like, in game 1 of LOL3MID, their tri lane accomplished like nothing against the Luce's Pudge, but in game 2, that aggressive tri lane just absolutely shut down that Drow.
Are we going to see a Moonshard coming out for the Sven next? He's
I don't
sitting on
know
a lot of gold.
He is.
And we're seeing Pinktop's doing in a charge here, trying to go over here, trying to save Wadjet. Gonna go immediately bashing into a Luce here. Gonna be able to take him out. Wadjet running away, and there's the team coming in. Tony's gonna come in, save his Wadjet. And they're chasing after. Yule's coming out from the DP. I don't think that was the right call, though. And they've used the Disruptor ulti. That's a massive win here.
Yeah, they used the Disruptor and the Shakira ulti. I don't know how they're going to defend high ground. They don't have spirits for another 30.
I don't think they're going to be able to be quite honest. Because Axe is down, Drow's down. They don't have the ultimates on any of the other guys here. And Pink Tops is charging down here onto Oso. Bit of a dive here. Shadow Blade being used. They should be able to clean up the Jakiro though. Oh, that was a nice glimpse though coming out. Macropyre getting thrown down as well. And Osu trying his best to get back. I feel like they're just going too greedy here again. I think they need to focus on the racks. Tower and racks. But top lane though, we're seeing Wadjet. He's just going ahead. He's chopping down both of these racks. So space created. And Alush actually going to miss his call. Sentry getting placed down. Glimpse coming out, trying to push back Wadjet. Wadjet here is now stuck. He's silenced. They're putting on Spirit Sight, but they're trying to chop him down. They should be able to. Oh, there's going to be the shallow grip, but he's still going to get dunked! And seeing that Death Prophet trying to get herself away here. Lots of damage coming out from this Drow Ranger, but it's just not enough. The delayed mail coming out from Axe, the pure damage too from all of those helixes. But Death Prophet trying to heal herself up. We are going to lose the Axe again. This is not looking good for CerDota2. Death Prophet's also down now. Again, does not have spirits up for another 130 seconds. This might be GG.
It is. There's a Daedalus now on Sven. There's a mech on Asian.
They're trying, though. They're trying to defend.
Might as well.
And we're going to lose Bencho over here. He's thrown out his silence, though. He's trying to do some damage, but again, Tony just hitting too hard. And again, Pink Top's coming forward here, trying to go onto Oso. Oso's just going to back himself into the well. That's one half of the mid-racks down. Just another hit. There's the GG call.
Yep.
Such a drastically different game from game number 1.
I think it's just all about the comfort picks. Like you saw game 1 at CerDota, gotta pick their comfort picks. In game 2, you saw LOL3MID pick their comfort picks. It was all about the comfort picks.
And I'm interested to see how a lot of these games. I've got 2 other games for LearnDota2 that I'm casting this week, and I'm really interested to see if they're going to try to stick with comfort picks or if they're going to try something new going along with the new patch meta, because this new patch meta is really throwing people for a loop, I feel.
Yeah, I think until people figure it out, it's going to be comfort picks.
Oh, we'll have to see. Well, thank you so much for casting with me today. 9? 9, are you still there?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, I was thanking you for casting with me today.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't sure if you had already left on me.
No, I just left the game.
Alright guys, that's it for tonight. So, CerDota2 and LOL3MID gonna tie up their series 1-1. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we have more LearnDota2 League coming up this week. I'm casting another game tomorrow, I believe at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and then one on Thursday at 8 Eastern Daylight Time, so definitely stick around for that. Otherwise, guys, have a great night.